All right, so you're thinking about a trip to Morocco. Awesome. Get ready to dive into the vibrant world of Moroccan Darija. In this explainer, we're going to master the essential words you absolutely need to navigate transportation like a pro. So let's get right into it.
So, picture this. You're in a bustling Moroccan city surrounded by these incredible sights and sounds. But how do you get from that amazing souk back to your riad? Well, knowing the right words is the key, and that's exactly what we're going to break down today. Here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll cover your daily city rides. Then, we'll get into working in emergency vehicles. After that, we'll look at words for longer journeys and some really unique transport before pulling it all together with a super handy Darija toolkit. Okay, first up, your daily city rides. These are the absolute must-knows, the words you're going to hear and use constantly in any Moroccan city. Let's start with the most common one of all. First up is tomobile. This is the go-to word for car in Darija. Seriously, you'll hear it all the time, whether you're talking about renting one or just pointing one out on the street. It's a foundational word for getting around, for sure. Next, we've got an easy one, taxi. Yep, it's pronounced pretty much just like in English, which makes it incredibly simple for any traveler to use. This is probably going to be one of the very first words you use when you land. If you're looking for a more local experience, you'll want to know Tobi's. That's the city bus. It's a super affordable way to see the city from a totally different perspective. So when you hear someone mention catching the Tobi's, you'll know exactly what they're talking about. Oh, you absolutely cannot miss the sound and sight of a motor, or motorcycle, in Morocco. They are everywhere, weaving through traffic with this incredible skill. It's a simple, recognizable word for a very, very common sight. Now, here's something interesting. For bicycle, you've actually got two options. You might hear someone say Darija, or you might hear bikala. Both are correct, both are widely used, so it's really good to have both of those tucked away in your vocabulary toolbox. Okay, now that we have the daily drivers down, let's look at some of the more specialized vehicles. You know, from construction to emergencies, knowing these words can be surprisingly useful. For truck, you've got two main words. Now, shahina is the more formal, official Arabic term, but honestly, the one you'll hear most in everyday conversation is camion, which comes directly from the French word camion. So if you're listening out for it, camion is the one to know. Here's another one that's super straightforward. Tractor. Sounds familiar, right? It means exactly what it sounds like, a tractor. You'll definitely see these more often in the countryside than in the big cities, but it's a good word to have in your back pocket. And this next one is a perfect example of the French influence on Darija. The word for ambulance is l'ambulance. You can totally hear the French term l'ambulance in there, can't you? In an emergency, this is an absolutely vital word to recognize. The word for a police car is simply police, which is nice and easy to remember. But, and this is a really cool detail from the source material, the specific van used to transport arrested individuals is called l'estafette. It's a nod to the old Renault van model that was often used for that job. A little piece of history right there. Okay, let's zoom out. We've been covering city travel, but what about the longer journeys between cities? Or what about those unique forms of transport that are just so Moroccan? Let's get into it. If you're traveling across the country, these are your big three. For flying, it's TIRA. If you're taking Morocco's fantastic rail system, you're looking for the Qitar. And if you're crossing the sea, say from Spain, you'll be on a bakura, which means ship or ferry. Morocco also has some seriously modern transport systems. In big cities like Rabat and Casablanca, you'll find the tramway. Again, that's a word borrowed directly from French, and it refers to those sleek, modern trams that just glide through the city. Now for something truly iconic. The source material highlights a very specific vehicle, saying we find it often in the city, famous in the city of Marrakesh. Any guesses what that might be? Of course, it's the couchy. This is the traditional horse-drawn carriage that's especially popular for those amazing sightseeing tours in Marrakesh. Taking a ride in a couchy is such a classic experience, and now you know what it's called. Wow, we have covered a lot of ground. So, to wrap it all up, let's put everything together into one handy reference sheet. Think of this as your personal Darija travel toolkit. And here it is, the whole shebang. You've got everything here, from the everyday tomobile right through to the iconic couchy. Feel free to pause and grab a screenshot of this. What's so fascinating is that you can really see the unique fabric of Darija right here, a blend of pure Arabic words like kitar for train, sitting right next to clear French loanwords like kamyul for truck. So there you have it, your essential guide for navigating transport in Morocco. You know, language is so much more than just words. It's really the key that unlocks deeper, more meaningful travel experiences. So the only question left is, with this new vocabulary in your pocket, where will your journey take you first?